Yeah, we're doing trade recap take two because I leaked everything. But we are going to be reviewing for Wednesday, the 27th of May, not the 28th, which was today, where I did not take anything. And we are going to be reviewing what I actually took on the charts. So without further ado, let me get into it. Let's go over here to NQ, and we are fully bullish on the entire day. But we're already at all-time highs, so all-time highs are not looking too swift or too great for us to take out. We already took out Asian session high during London sessions open, so we swept liquidity. We're heading downwards. What do I see? I see that we have 4-hour and Asian low stacked up here on NQ, and if we come over here to ES, we have a hourly low, Asian low, and 4-hour low. And then we also have on this hourly time frame, if we come over here, this big new week opening gap that normally price is going to want to come down and fill during the session, and we're not too far away from it. We're only about 0.3% to the downside away from that point. So I'm looking for price to come down and hit that spot. On the hourly on NQ, it's all the way down here, so I'm not expecting NQ to come down as far. But as we can see, when we go to market open, we are fully bearish coming into the day. So maybe we'll have these draws get hit, and then we can come down here to target this hourly low and even the new week opening on ES here anyways. So we already took out London session low on ES as we open up in market, and then if we play out the price action, we can see that we get full dumps down, no retraces. It would have been nice to get a retrace fully off that and then be able to take some shorts to hit these lows right here because they are all stacked liquidity, but we do not hit that. So we end up taking all of that out before we are able to get a entry at all, and I can delete those off the chart now because they've already been taken. But it is not until about 9:45, right until macro time hits in at 9:50, where we see retraces up into these gaps up here, where we can hopefully see, price maybe wants to turn around a little bit, maybe get a retrace into equilibrium here, and we have a bigger equilibrium to draw on NQ. But if we see right here, we retrace back up into it, and we get more retraces. So we push past this gap right here, and same thing on ES. We push through that gap, and then we have this gap up higher that we can maybe maintain and come back down. We hit equilibrium on ES, so I'm going to delete that. And then with NASDAQ, same thing. We get perfect equilibrium, retraces into this gap. This is exactly what I'm looking for. And now I'm just looking for both of the indexes to align because we did break structure back up to the upside, confirming our 5-minute retrace. I'm just looking for both indexes to align. And because ES is trending higher here while NASDAQ is staying lower, I'm favoring NASDAQ to take as our trade for the day. So I'm just waiting for both of the positions to give me an entry confluence. We get break structure on NASDAQ. However, ES is still going higher, and it's opening up these gaps where it is retracing back into and pushing us past higher. And, we're getting closer up to this range right here. Oh, and apparently if I switch the time frames, it just appears a bunch of new candles. That's pretty new. But anyways, we retrace through this gap. We end up closing above it. ES is officially bullish at this time because we changed direction on this gap here, but easily can be rerouted because we didn't actually break structure here. We just kind of swept liquidity, so it's not really a real retrace or real not retrace, but your break of structure, brother. But yeah, we get that break of structure down to the downside. We get NQ showing us that it wants to go lower right here as well. Yeah, we broke structure on this candle right here, broke structure to the downside, and then we ended up displacing back through this gap to the downside to show us that we want to go lower on ES, and broke structure right here on this candle right here. A little bit of a late entry on the next two candles for myself. We get a retrace right back up in here, and then I end up taking right here. Could have had a better entry right here, but I think I was in the bathroom when this was playing out, so even if I got in here, I probably would have put my stops up here. Would have been like a 1 to 2 to go down to this low, but either way, we get that break even point at this low right here. So if we do this, break even point, so if we play out the trade, we get a little bit of a spook, a little bit of a scare, and then we flood down and we take out our first draw on liquidity, our break-even point, and then we actually edge our full TP at this point and hit it. Where I was break-even here, I took off 2 contracts when we hit this point right here, and then it kind of edged us, and we were getting a little bit spooked right here when, you know, we came back up and retraced into this gap right here. But then we did end up coming down, flushing this point right here. I think I had full TP going all the way down to this 4-hour low down here. So we were fully targeting this piece down here for a 1 to 3.59, which was pretty nice, but we ended up getting the 1.55. We risked 600 because I think our account only had like 600 left in it. And then we had price come back up, fully break even us right here. And then if we play it out even more, we end up messing around before we actually go down and fully take out, I believe, our last take profit. I think that we actually did hit it. Let me just confirm and just play this a bit higher on the higher time frame. Yeah, we messed around and we came back up into our stop loss a bunch. Didn't hit it there, maybe hit it here. Yeah, we ended up wicking out our stop loss anyways, so it was whatever. We ended up flooding down a lot without a retrace, which was kind of annoying. So we kind of did that today too. If I go to our price action for today, I can show you guys. But you know, we get the initial move, and then we get a retrace and actually like a trade today. But then, you know, it's not for a huge amount. It's not for a big move like what we would have saw if we were to catch anything within this range. But then, you know, we get a little bit of displacement down to another low, and then we just kind of chop around and mess around for the rest of the day. And if I get out of replay, I don't know why I did that, I can show you guys today's price action. So if I just take all the drawings off, we were actually waiting because we came down here at market open and we'd already swept out London session highs. We came back down, we manipulated lows down this way, and then we got a push back upwards. We were pushing past this gap here. I was waiting for a 1-minute time frame confirmation right here, and I was waiting for us to break back down and break structure down this way to confirm a 5-minute retrace, because we never got a break of structure on the 1-minute here. We just kind of messed around and did not break back down, break structure. And then we get a massive news candle of Trump announcing that Iran and the US are striking a deal. So unfortunate day. After I saw that, I kind of opted to stay out of the market, and I had these markers up here just to you know, see if price was going to actually hit this high all the way up here, because we have a 4-hour high that is right up here where I believe market will come up and sweep it at some point. But you know, we had a huge 4-hour candle here that moved us a percentage point to the upside, which is kind of insane for a day. But then after we got that big news, we get consolidation and even more of it just throughout the rest of the session. So yeah, pretty unlucky. I wasn't going to, you know, take something after I saw, you know, our initial draw got taken out, our Asian session highs, and these draws right here got taken out to the upside. I was not going to take that because, you know, that's just not what I do. I'm not gonna take anything off that. It's just stupid. It would be dumb for me to not take our actual confluences and, you know, apply them. So overall decent day of staying out of the market, but you know, kind of annoying because we were literally like one candle away from giving me like an entry point, or you know, even a confirmation that we were going to, you know, go to the downside, because not anywhere throughout this range of us moving upwards did we even see one like singular black candle. We saw this, which was this was still a bullish candle. Even if we zoom all the way in here and we look, dude, this was still a bullish candle. It did not give us a singular retrace to the downside. But you know, enough complaining from me anyways. We will see what we will do for the rest of the week, and we will adapt based off of it. So unfortunate news day, but you know, what can you do? You can't really force anything on the markets. So they're just going to do what they want to do, and we just got to react off of it. So anyways, thank you for tuning in to the recap, and we will see you guys maybe tomorrow and hopefully next week for more. But you know, we are going to try to get paid out on this account. We were not so lucky with the last couple of weeks of how I've been trading it, so we will see. We will see. But anyways, peace out.